From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Taylor Plott here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fantastic day today for your Wednesday. Unfortunately, we have showers and storms that we're tracking for your Thursday. Some of those could be on the strong and even severe side. The good news is, though, we don't see a real tornado risk with this. Most of this is just damaging wind and some hail, but some of the hail could be pretty substantial. So we'll dive into those details here shortly. But first off, take a live look outside from our Arctic Air Skycam network. Lawrenceburg, Florence, Pulaski, and Cherokee on the board this afternoon, looking fantastic. Abundant sunshine, a few thin high clouds out there, but again, absolutely fantastic of a day today. Temperatures a little bit on the cooler side of things, roughly in the upper 50s right now. We'll get up towards the lower 60s later on this afternoon. 57 right now in Lawrenceburg with a southeast wind at 8 miles per hour. Over in Iuka, Mississippi right now, 59 degrees. Looks like the wind's calm at the moment. And again, like I mentioned, everybody will be getting up into the roughly the lower to middle 60s today. I think there could be some upper 60s across northwestern Alabama, but most places should generally be in that 64 to 66 range today. If you're heading out to dinner tonight or have any of those evening plans, maybe some ball games out there, you'll need that light jacket on hand for sure. Temperatures dropping down into the lower 60s by 6 to 7 p.m. and then eventually down into the upper 50s by about 8 o'clock this evening. It won't be as cold tonight like what we've seen the past couple of nights, which is good news. We're not dealing with a frost or a freeze tonight, but we'll get a little chilly out there. Temperatures dropping down into the upper 40s and lower 50s for your lows tonight with some increasing clouds. And with those increasing clouds, we get more rain chances. Again, we're watching primarily Thursday afternoon and evening for your best rain chances, and those could be in the form of severe storms. I'll get to that here just in a few seconds. Friday is going to be an interesting day. I can see where this system we'll have some wraparound moisture. I can see where we just end up getting very cloudy during the day on Friday, and we're just dealing with patchy drizzle and areas of light rain. Could be a dreary day on Friday. There's some model guidance hinting at that, so I think that's definitely on the table for sure. After that, though, our next rain chance won't be until the beginning of next week, as we'll have another front that tracks on through. Here is your current SPC outlook. I haven't looked to see if they've actually updated this yet, but this looks like what it was this morning. There's a chance that there could be an upgrade at some point based on the hail potential, because there could be some pretty substantial hailstones with these storms on your Thursday. The good news is with this level 2 out of 5, we don't really have a big tornado risk with this, so that's some really good news. So let's kind of walk through this kind of hour by hour here with your Futurecast. Starting off at noon on your Thursday, maybe some areas of showers that start to get going. I think our main focus is going to be starting off in the 2 to 3 hour 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. window as we get into the afternoon hours for when the storms really start to develop here. So here's 2 p.m. Notice still some showers here on your Futurecast, but once we get into 3 and 4, notice how we start getting a blow up of showers and storms that develop across the area. Any one of these could have some pretty significant hailstones. We're not talking about, pea to dime size hail. I think there'll be a lot of that, but we could be talking about ping pong to golf ball size hail with some of the atmospheric profiles that we have across the area. Very cold temperatures aloft for these storms to tap into. So that is on the table along with that damaging wind risk. As we go into your evening hours, after that first batch, we'll probably have another batch. This is generally going to be along the front. Look at the temperatures here. 66 in Florence, 54 in Lawrenceburg. So your front's kind of draped right across this area here in your Futurecast. So once that moves through, we'll have another round of showers and storms. Notice your time frame here, 6 p.m. It's not the late evening or overnight hours. This is primarily an afternoon and evening time frame. Once we get past 7, 8, 9 p.m., most of the activity is going to be off to our south, and we just have some lingering showers behind that front as our temperatures start to cool down into the 40s. Once we get into the late evening hours on Thursday, 10 p.m., everything should be done. And like I said, our temperatures dropping down into the 40s, maybe some upper 50s still during the late evening hours. As it stands currently with our severe weather risk, Again, a very low risk of a tornado. It's not completely zero, but the thing that's going on with this atmospheric profile is you have a lot of dry air towards the surface. Our dew points are not going to be in the upper 60s and lower 70s. They're going to generally be in the upper 50s, maybe even some lower 50s. So what that does is when we warm up into the 70s, our cloud bases end up being pretty high. And so that with not a lot of wind shear in place, the chances of getting a tornado extending all the way down from that cloud base to the ground is relatively rare at this point, especially with where we are in this part of the country. It's really rare to get those type of tornadoes, but it's not completely zero, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that. Right now, wind shear at the low levels is pretty low, but what we are watching for are damaging winds and the hail potential, and that hail has the potential to get a little bit higher on the board here, maybe even the wind threat as well. These are your two main risks right here, and like we mentioned, the hail threat could be pretty substantial. So we're not just talking about pea and nickel dime size hail. This could be ping pong to golf ball size hail from some of these storms. So keep checking back for the latest on that. Here's your 7-day forecast. Like I mentioned, Friday could end up being a dreary day with lingering cloud cover and the chance that some areas of drizzle and some light rain, and it'll be cool out there too. Temperatures only getting down into the lower 60s as we get into the weekend. That's just absolutely fantastic of a weekend. A little bit cool on Saturday, only in the lower to mid 60s. We get better on Sunday, 71 degrees, and then we get back up towards that 80-degree mark on Monday. Another front moves through on Tuesday. That will give us a next chance at a few showers. That's a look at your latest forecast here at noon on this Wednesday. I will be back in for Fred Gosh's this evening with my Live at 5. We'll have another update on your 7-day forecast, and we'll have another look at that storm risk. Until then, have a wonderful Wednesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.